Hi, I'm Hoang.
I'm Anthony.
And my name is Elijah.
Bad laws are the worst sort of tyranny. Edmund Burke. First off, who is Edmund Burke, and why does his opinion matter? Edmund Burke, born 1729 to 1797, was an Irish statesman, philosopher, and influential political theorist. A member of the British Parliament, he is best known for his defense of constitutional government, criticism of absolute monarchy, and advocacy for the American colonies' grievances while opposing the French Revolution's radicalism. His profound writings, such as Reflections on the Revolution in France, shaped modern conservatism and political thought. Burke's views on laws and governance emphasize the need for moral foundations, prudence, and respect for tradition, making his insights enduringly relevant to discussions about justice and tyranny. To better understand the meaning behind this quote, let's break down and define its key terms. Laws are rules or principles established by a governing authority to regulate behavior, maintain order, protect rights, and ensure justice within a society. Tyranny, in the context of a law, refers to the unjust or oppressive use of legal authority where laws are created or enforced in a way that violates fundamental rights, disregards fairness, or serves to benefit those in power at the expense of the governed.
To better understand this, let's take a look at the welfare system in California. Currently, those who apply for welfare in California are subjected to unannounced home visits by authorities in an attempt to scope out fraud. Although these visits may seem to have legitimacy behind them, they fundamentally violate the rights of privacy as well as the Fourth Amendment, which protects people from unauthorized searches. By enforcing these strict welfare laws, the government is given the ability to overextend their authority in order to intrude on human privacy as well as deter people away from the aid process. These practices often lead to less people applying for welfare due to its invasive and strict nature, allowing the government to benefit themselves by saving tax dollars instead of aiding those in need. Furthermore, tyranny is also spread throughout societies all around the world. When a government enacts a law that is clearly unjust and tyrannical, people often continue to obey it since the law is backed by the legitimacy of both the rule of law and the government's epistemic level of authority. On top of this, those who do not follow the law are subjected to punishment, such as jail time. This results in people refraining from speaking against the tyrannical roots out of fear that they will be penalized. This indirect level of oppression not only silences the civilians, but it also allows the government to manipulate them in order to have them follow laws that benefit them in their favor.
An example of how bad laws lead to tyranny in modern day is the morality law that the Taliban passed in Afghanistan on August 21st this year. This law prohibits women from showing their faces or bodies outside of their home, as well as even prevents them from speaking in public, looking at men in public, attending school past the sixth grade, prevents them from owning jobs, and doesn't even allow them to leave their homes without a male guardian, among other things, all to not entice men, and they are punished with force if they violate this law. It has gotten to the point where women are barely even seen as humans, and the animals there have more rights than women. This is oppression in its truest form, and it's regressive as well. It sets back society decades, causing global concern as a result. It has left many women in Afghanistan feeling hopeless, lost, depressed, and many afraid for both their own futures as well as the lives of future girls and women. This violates their basic human rights and dictates how they are supposed to look and act, as well as every part of their lives. It silences women and takes away their freedoms as a human being and reduces them to being housewives, robbing them of their futures and dreams due to tyranny.
Thanks, Elijah. Those were some very good points. To better understand your perspective, let's analyze some graphs. Taking a look at the first graph, we can see that female employment in Afghanistan suffered a significant drop, starting from when the Taliban took over in quarter 3 of 2021 to quarter 4. In the span of just 3 months, a large majority of females were stripped of their economic freedom, which prevents them from pursuing their financial goals and ambitions. Not only that, but without economic independence, many families are forced to the brink of poverty because many rely on a dual source of income. When the Taliban is able to enact these laws that have these devastating effects, it is the epitome of tyranny because this law forces the people of Afghanistan to depend on them, giving the residents no other option but to follow their orders if they want to survive.
Tyranny doesn't always march in with a spear and crown. It often creeps quietly, slipping through the cracks of our laws and society. I'm going to end this with a message to you. We hold the power to seal those cracks. By staying informed, Standing united and speaking out, we can ensure that justice and freedom remains unshaken. The future of our liberty isn't just written in laws, it's written in our actions. So take a stand because every step you take matters. And with that, I'll see you next time.